Hey, wrestling fans, once again, it's the Horror Miser Monty G. Yes, it's that time again. It's time to do a wrestling prediction video because coming up this weekend, we have WWE Stomping Grounds. Yes. And once again, before I go on ahead and give my predictions, I have once again my friend Andy from his channel. He's going to do his prediction first, so I'm going to go on ahead and let him do his prediction first. So Andy, go on ahead and take it away. Let's see your predictions.
Thank you, Mr. Horror Miser, for adding me to your predictions again. For the Raw Tag Team titles, it's going to be the Revival versus the Usos. And I picked the Revival to retain the Cruiserweight Championship. Tony Nese versus Drew Gulak and Mr. Tozawa. And I pick Tony Nese to retain. Then it's going to be The New Day versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And I pick The New Day to win this one. And for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, it's going to be Daniel Bryan and Rowan versus Heavy Machinery. And I pick maybe Heavy Machinery to win this one. Then United States Championship, Samoa Joe versus Ricochet. And I pick Ricochet to win this one. For the SmackDown Women's Championship, it's going to be Bayley versus Alexa Bliss. And I pick Alexa Bliss to win this one. I hope so. Then the Raw Women's Championship, I pick Becky Lynch over Lacey Evans. And it's going to be Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns. And this time I'm picking Roman Reigns. And for the WWE Championship, it's going to be Kofi Kingston versus Dolph Ziggler. And I pick Kofi to retain. Then for the Universal Championship, it's going to be Seth Rollins versus Baron Corbin. And I think the special referee might be, maybe, Bray Wyatt. I hope so. But I don't think they'll do it because they need more ratings on Raw, so they might wait until Raw to debut him. So I don't know who it can be. Maybe Brock Lesnar or Bray Wyatt. And I think Baron Corbin's gonna win. And maybe Brock Lesnar is gonna cash in. What about you?
So those were Aaron's picks. So pretty interesting picks there. I'm actually quite interested in that last predictions you made. That would seem pretty interesting to have him as a special guest referee. But now it's time for my picks. First of all, let's go on ahead. We got the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. We have Daniel Bryan versus with Rowan versus Heavy Machinery. Otis and Tucker, and I just can't see them winning the tag team title match at this time. I still think we want to still keep the titles on Daniel Bryan and Rowan, so I'm going to give the tag team championship. They'll retain it for Daniel Bryan and Rowan. Next, we have the triple threat for the WWE Cruiserweight title. We have Tony Nese versus Akira Tozawa and Drew Gulak. Now, this is going to be a pretty interesting matchup. I always like it when the Cruiserweights get a chance to shine on pay-per-views other than 205 Live. This is going to be another exciting matchup. I think we're going to get some action spots, but I think Tony Nese will retain the Cruiserweight title. Next, we have a tag team match between the New Day with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Now, this is going to be a pretty interesting matchup. Big E just came back after he was being injured. He's been out for a while. And it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. But I think I actually might go with a different way here. I think Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn deserve a win. They just got back. Really haven't done anything good for a while. So I'm actually going to go with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to win this matchup. For the WWE United States Championship, we have current champion Samoa Joe versus Ricochet. Now, I believe Ricochet is going to do some insane stuff in his match because he's such an excellent in-ring performer. But I don't think it's his time right now. Samoa Joe, I think he deserves to win more to prove that he's a fighting champion. I don't think they want to take the belt off him this soon. And I believe that as much as I love Ricochet, and I'm pretty sure the audience love him, I think Samoa Joe will retain the United States Championship. For the WWE Universal Championship, we have Seth Rollins versus Baron Corbin with a special guest referee. Now, Aaron actually said that he wouldn't be surprised to see Bray Wyatt in his new persona come up here as a special guest referee. And I actually would agree with him. I think that would be a brilliant idea to play it off here, and then after that, you can have him come out, debut on Monday Night Raw, because I think that's a great way to introduce his character on a pay-per-view. You stun the crowd, and then you get everybody talking. Now, I believe Seth Rollins, he's going to retain it. I just can't see them put the title on Baron Corbin. I just can't see that. But still be a fascinating way to debut his character, and then have him debut on Monday Night Raw. So I'm going to give Seth Rollins the win here. I think he retains the Universal Titleship, but I do agree. I believe Baron Corbin will be the special guest referee. I just can't see Brock Lesnar being the whatchamacallem, although that wouldn't surprise me neither. And I don't know if Brock Lesnar is going to cash in on his Money in the Bank. I really like what the WWE is teasing, because that's always going to be in the background. So there's always that possibility that Brock Lesnar could cash in, whether it be against Kofi, or whether it be in the Kofi Dolph Ziggler match, or where it could be in the Seth Rollins Baron Corbin match. Speaking of which, now it's time for me to predict that match. For the WWE World Heavyweight title, we have Kofi Kingston, the current champion, versus Dolph Ziggler in a steel cage matchup. I believe this again will be the match of the night, because I like both competitors. Dolph Ziggler, if we're pushed right, he would be an incredible in-ring performer. I think both of them will really put a lot of good spots in this particular matchup. But I think Kofi Kingston will again retain the title. For the Raw Women's Championship, we have current champion Becky Lynch going up against Lacey Evans. Now, I believe this is going to be a pretty good matchup. But I think, once again, I think Becky Lynch will retain the title. So I'm picking Becky Lynch to win. In a singles matchup, we have Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. I believe this is going to be a very physical matchup. But I believe, once again, Roman Reigns, who is right now basking in the furious glow of being one of the more popular stars on Raw and SmackDown, I believe he's going to win this matchup. And for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship, we have current champion Bayley versus Alexa Bliss. Now, I find this pretty fascinating, because Bliss is on Raw. I find it kind of weird that I believe Alexa Bliss is going to win this matchup. Now, she's been out of commission for a while. This is her first match back. And I believe she's going to be a pretty good matchup. But I think Bayley, once again, will retain the title. I just don't see her losing right now. She just won it. She's very over with the fans. I think she's a good champion. It'll be a good matchup. It'll be a good test for Alexa Bliss. I believe she'll have some nice spots in there, but I believe Bayley will win this. And so those are my predictions for Stomping Grounds. Once again, I want to thank Aaron for coming along with your prediction. I did like that idea, and I'm pretty sure we will see what's going to happen on WWE Stomping Grounds. Yes. So once again, that's my video for the day, guys. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, because it does help the channel a lot. And once again, this is your first time here, please hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. That way you'll be notified anytime when I put up new content, whether it be wrestling predictions, video review, movie reviews, or anything horror related or wrestling related. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G, and always remember, wrestling rules rock. Take us home. We're out.
If you're some man